Midway USA brand product designers have one straightforward goal: develop high-quality, technically sound products and deliver them to customers at reasonable prices. If you are immersed in the shooting sports industry and pay close attention to every single detail, you know our products are built right and stand up to everyday use. Who has shooting mats and range bag systems to hunting clothing and just about everything for the outdoors? Log on and shop 24/7 with super fast shipping. MidwayUSA.com.
Fishing like a local isn't just about catching fish. It's about connecting with the environment and the people who call it home. It's about hearing the stories and traditions that have been passed down for generations and sharing unforgettable moments with the people you meet along the way. Fishing like a local is having an experience that stays with you forever. And with Fishing Booker, you can experience it too, no matter where you are. Discover your next adventure on Fishing Booker.
Hello and welcome to the Publicly Challenged Podcast. I'm your host, Luke Oswald, and I hope you join me on my quest for knowledge to become a better public land hunter, angler, and forager. Stick with this and who knows, maybe we will learn something together.
All right, Clay.
All right, Luke.
Here we are. Or as my daughter used to say, here me are. We're here, and we're going to talk about a bunch of nonsense or something really awesome or nothing, even though it's everything. Could be like an episode of Seinfeld. Show about nothing, but it's about something, if that makes sense.
Seinfeld is, it's one of the best shows in the world. So,
But it's a show about nothing, just like this.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to lately?
Well, I have been, honestly, I was actually kind of thinking about this earlier. I have maybe intentionally been not going after any mushrooms this year. And maybe it's been like one of those things that's in my head that I've just been like, whatever. But I
found some oysters the other day, but it was like in my yard. So I wasn't like out seeking them. It was like the first night that it dropped into the 50s. So like that cold snap in the 50s, at night, where it wasn't like 70 degrees every night, actually produced, a healthy amount. I'd say like a quarter pound of, maybe half pound. I don't know. A lot. A whole like sandwich baggie full of, not sandwich baggie, but like the paper baggies for like a lunch sack, paper lunch sack full of oysters.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I still haven't. I need to dehydrate them or something because I haven't really felt like cooking them. I don't know. Things have been crazy around here with the baby and whatnot, and I haven't gone out looking for chanterelles. Haven't even really cared. But the other day, the thought did pop in my head. I'm like, man, these cool nights and everything. Like, if this continues into September, it'll be like the end of August, September. We might actually find some hen of the woods. Early poppers of those, and those I'll go after for sure.
Yeah, if we had a bunch of them around here, I would for sure too. But I'll tell you what I've been getting excited about, and that is hunting.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
it's August, and it's August 13th. We're recording right now.
Yeah,
and that means that there's only a month and 2 days until my squirrel season begins.
Squirrel season's open here already, dude.
Oh,
I just thought of that. It's August. It's like August 9th or something. It opened. So what was it, like last Saturday or Sunday? Yeah, like 9th or whatever that it would have been. It opened. So you could have came down. We could have went catfishing all night, squirrel hunting in the morning. After we checked like bank poles, and then also bow fished for catfish and stuff as well. Could have been fun. So, throwing it out there, still a possibility.
Yeah.
However,
my life is in a little bit of chaos right now.
Chaos.
So I don't know about that.
That's okay. Two kinds of chaos, different kinds of chaos. Mine's chaotic. Yours is chaotic. Yours is chaotic in a different way than mine, though.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about it on
Um,
here? You've been airing it out everywhere else. I don't know if you want to talk about it on here.
Don't matter. It's fine. Don't
So
need
is
to.
that a yes
Uh,
or no?
No.
You don't want to talk
It's
about it.
no, it's fine. I don't need to.
Okay.
Anyway,
Just go
but
check
yeah, I'm
out
getting really
Clay's Facebook. You can find stuff.
Yeah. Chances are everybody, well, many people that listen to this podcast that I know already,
No,
already
they know.
are familiar.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, with every passing day, I talk to more people who listen to our podcast. I'm like, wow, you do too?
Everybody, yeah, I get that too. I'll get an email and people will be like, "Oh, hey, listen to your podcast is great. Wish you'd talk about bugs, eating bugs." And I'm like, I don't really care to eat bugs, but sure, we'll talk about it. So we did recently in an episode, if somebody wants to hear that, with Junaid and Fiola from Honey Badger in Brooklyn. And pretty cool wild to table restaurant. And in that episode we talk about, in fact, the title of the episode is "The Sauce Keeps Them from Crawling Out of the Pan." Very long title, but a little bit of a giveaway for you there. Yeah. What are you doing? Are you seriously texting right now instead of?
No. I just had my daughter try to call me, and I'm just trying to tell her that I'm recording a podcast.
Okay, fair enough. It's excused because it's family.
Yeah. But anyway,
if it was some chick or something hitting you up, sliding into your DMs, I'd be a little upset with you because here we are trying to do this and provide quality content for the listeners, and you're over there trying to slide into DMs. I don't know what's going on.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
But anywho, dude, bugs are delicious, except for I really do feel like Jesse from Feral Foraging absolutely ruined any desire I ever had to eat a cicada with his like close-ups and his magnification of the bodies.
Ooh, that sounds gross.
Yeah.
Also, so if you want to get biblical, it talks about certain types of insects that are okay to eat. Okay. And it's like grasshoppers, cicadas, locusts, and there's like one other one in there. And all other ones you're supposed to stay away from, according to, the law of Yahweh, right? But what I find interesting is the push from people, which makes me just want to be defiant and not do it anyway, even if it is good, right? The push from like the WEF and Klaus Schwab, you will own nothing and like it. You will eat bugs. That right there is enough of a turnoff for me that I don't want to do it because I don't need some rich mofo all up in my biz trying to tell me what to do. I just want to live free, live my life. Also, I did find a study, okay? So, nutritional value of bugs and long-term viability of eating insects. Here's where it gets interesting. And it was done by the United States government, which not exactly sure how much I trust them, but and now that I've seen this article, read it, and like it was an entire it's like 2 years worth of research on this. But basically it all came down to long term, it actually had immune effects to where it would weaken people's immune system, cause inflammation and other things if it was considered a staple within the diet to where like that was the main source of protein. I don't know why that is. Maybe because there's certain fats and things that animals have that aren't in these insects. I don't know. It didn't get into that, but it did talk about like just the study of the effects of the insects on individuals over long term as a staple protein within the diet, which I found interesting. And since I found that, I never saved the link, couldn't go back and find it anywhere. Like, I'm not saying that somehow it's been suppressed and buried somewhere, but I can't find it.
So all of that stuff that you just said is conjecture and hearsay in a court of law.
Because I can't find the actual proof.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying though,
Um,
like, so to me, it sounds like, okay, yeah, this is a short term, like, hey, I need some protein in my diet. I'm eating bugs. Long term doesn't seem that viable to me.
Yeah. I read a paper that said that the Ananaceae, which is the family that has pawpaws in it, causes dementia.
Yeah, you
So
said that.
now
Yeah.
yeah, I know. So now I'm gonna be wary about eating pawpaws
But
here in the future.
here's my thing. Is it mass amounts of pawpaws? Is it small amounts of pawpaws? Is it you know what I mean? Like there's so many variables there, and was it only one study? Same thing with the bugs. I mean, maybe it was more. I don't know.
You totally cut out there for a second. What did you say?
I said, was it like one study, like
Mm,
long term, or was it like multiple things compiled that took all the data into one?
I don't know. I don't think it was a meta study. I think it was just a study.
Yeah. I just think, I don't know, sometimes also variables, once again, no. Then that's why I don't know if it's necessarily completely true about the bugs, but um,
But you would want it to be true, right?
I do
So
want it to be true, Clay. I do want it to be true because I don't want to eat bugs. I have no desire. I would rather kill a deer. I would rather eat a muskrat than eat
Ew.
bugs.
No, you wouldn't. I don't think you would. Actually, dude, grasshoppers are pretty good, as are crickets.
Would you want to eat them every day?
No, I don't think
Okay.
so. But I will tell you that the first time I had
If grasshoppers aren't cooked properly,
yeah, they can
have
give you
tapeworms,
parasites.
right? Yeah, mostly
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, but I will tell you the very first time that I ever ate grasshoppers was as an adult,
In Mexico.
and my
Oh.
son. It was here in Traverse City, and
Oh.
my son was 6, and my daughter was 3, or maybe it was like 5 and 2,
Okay.
and we went out and we got 12 grasshoppers. We collected them, we brought them home. I put them in the freezer, and to like kind of kill them basically.
But does it kill them? Because when I was a kid, I'm just going to go out here. Remember film canisters? A lot of people probably don't remember them, but like the 35 millimeter
Yeah.
film canisters.
Uh-huh.
Me and my buddy used to take like flies, mosquitoes, grasshoppers, crickets, all kinds of stuff. And we'd take them and like put them into the freezer, and then we'd take them out and like put them in like a bowl upside down, a glass bowl, and like watch the effects and watch them come back to life. And then sometimes,
Really?
yeah, and then sometimes we'd like take like a cap full of alcohol and like randomly, like every 20 seconds, dip their head in it to see if like we could get them like rubbing alcohol, but see the effects of it, and like if they get drunk and like fly. We were kind of crazy, I don't know, but it was just random mad science experiments we used to do, just not necessarily to torture the bugs. Let's just be clear about that. We weren't torturing them. It was in the name of science, just to study the effects. And we would do multiple trials, so there was bugs that had no alcohol, bugs with alcohol, just random stuff like that.
Imagine if some alien stuck you in a freezer, and then brought you out and gave you a bunch of booze.
Could be like, what's up?
Oh man,
It
this is cold.
It doesn't really
Now
sound that
now I'm
far off.
drunk.
It doesn't sound that far off, really.
Yeah.
Except they probably
No,
get me drunk and then probe me. So
Yeah.
what is it with the probe? Why do they always do the probe, Clay?
I don't know, man. But anyway, so I froze the grasshoppers and then we cooked them, and I'll never forget.
What'd you season them with? It has to be seasoning.
I think I just threw oil in a pan and just sauteed them just with oil and salt.
Like chili oil or
No,
garlic
just like-
oil or
Nope, just regular old. Probably at that time in my life, it was probably coconut oil.
Okay, fair
But
enough.
anyway, I remember hesitating to eat them, just sitting there like looking at them, and then my son just grabbing one and just like down the hatch and just going, And I remember thinking, oh my God, I
He
am
just
such a
showed you
weenie.
up. Yeah, weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I ate one, and yeah, it was really good.
What did
I'm
it
not
taste
a
like? Like compare it to something. Don't say grasshopper.
well,
Comparatively.
you know what? It's been s- so long since I've eaten grasshoppers. It's probably been like 8, 9 years. You know,
Okay.
so I don't know. I couldn't even tell you.
All right. All
Um,
right.
but I think they're pretty decent. It's not like something that I would be like, oh yay, do
Here's
I get
what
my
bothers
daily
me the
grasshopper?
most. Okay.
What?
If you look at a grasshopper's legs, like the spiky hair things that come off of the legs,
Yeah,
that's a no go for me. I'd be picking legs and antennas off, and
yeah,
probably mandibles too, just
yeah,
because I don't want them touching my mouth.
yeah. Well, they are. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, dude. I'd rather eat meat. If somebody, it's not like anybody in the world is going to be like presented with two dishes, and there's going to be like a big fat steak on one and like a bunch of bugs on the other, and they're going to be like, "Give me the
I'm
bugs."
sorry, I disagree with you on that. I
You
do.
think? You
Oh
do?
no, this is more. Some people have gotten to the mindset, and I'm not judging either way. If you
Mhm.
think that you're saving the planet, okay, by a more viable, less carbon impact, whatever, and you want to eat bugs because you think it's a better option and you're going to save the planet by eating crickets instead of a steak, go ahead. Not me. And I
I
truly believe, Clay, that some people would sit down at a table and be like, how could you even put that steak in front of me? I'm going to choose those crickets. That's where we're at in the world. I'm just saying that's where we're
I
at.
do think you're right though that there are a lot of people who, even though like their intuition would guide them towards eating the steak,
Mhm.
they would choose the bugs only because of like social conditioning.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I can think of like a
A person in
certain
your head, like off.
a certain person that pops into my head that's very popular as of late that was not popular just 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh, I don't know this. Okay.
Yeah,
We'll talk about
she
this later. Oh, it's a
yeah.
she. Woo! It's getting
She
spicy in here, folks.
well, whatever. I'm just saying that
You know what? Throw the name out. I don't even care. Throw it out.
Well,
Throw it out.
it rhymes with Mama Lamaris.
Oh, wait. Is she popular?
Yeah, very, very popular
Really?
right now. Yeah, but like a couple
Even
of
though
weeks
like nobody
ago,
knew who she was, like other than the fact that she was like didn't even know because I don't follow politics, don't care
uh,
about the politics. Somebody asked me the other day, they're like, "You truly don't even care about a candidate?" I said, "No." I said, honestly, for a hot minute, I thought maybe RFK was like the solution, and then I realized like I don't think that at all anymore. I honestly think
well,
no, I don't. I think it's all 100% orchestrated, scripted, and planned. That's where I'm at.
yeah.
Like
hmm
everything to this point is a ruse. Like I don't even care about this dimension anymore.
Yeah.
Like I love the people that I love, and I'm going to like continue to like spread that love and share knowledge and like, but so many things are deceitful and just full of lies and I don't know, man. It's hard. It's hard to follow politics and actually believe anything is true anymore.
Yeah, no, I get you. But I was not really necessarily talking about politics so much, nor was I even like saying like my political affiliation so much as I was saying that like it's funny to watch like how you can see the parallel between like
Oh
somebody
yeah,
choosing
I get
bugs
it.
over
But
a
do you
steak.
think she would actually even do that for TV, or she'd be like, and like pretend she ate it? No, I'm not gonna say it. I have a thought in my head, but I'm not gonna say what that thought is. But like people getting a certain thing, but like if you watch the video in slow motion, they're not really getting a certain thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
maybe that's all fabricated too. You know, like social media, you can't
Yeah.
really trust anything anymore. but maybe
well,
it's true,
especially
maybe it's not.
with AI.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Nobody knows anymore. The only thing
Yeah,
I
you
could
don't even
say,
know if I'm real.
No, I do know if you're real.
I could actually be AI just talking
No,
to you
you
right
could-
now.
Well, like a simulation that's
Yeah.
just like there, but then again, I could be a simulation too. And I don't even realize it because I've somehow gained self-awareness and I'm not supposed to,
Yeah. Yeah,
which is weird.
exactly. So, dude,
I mean, we could all
back
just be
back
specks, you know what I mean? Like, we're just fleas, and somehow
Yeah.
we think we're like so advanced and civilized, and we're fleas on the back of a dog somewhere.
Yep. We probably are.
We could be. I don't know. I don't know.
But back on track here.
Yeah.
I'm really, really, really hoping this year to make it a big goose year. So like
That
I
sounds
got
so dumb, Clay. If
why?
you said duck year, I'd be like, heck yeah, brother. Right on.
No,
I'll
no,
come up
no,
and
no,
go
no, I
duck
wanna-
hunting with you. But a
No, I want to
goose
shoot
year.
ducks.
Goose.
No, I want to shoot geese because they are a nuisance.
Yeah, they're a nuisance, but
And-
they're to me, a goose does not taste that good unless like you turn
No,
it
you're,
into
you're
like
right.
corned beef or pastrami. You know
You're
what
right.
I mean?
They do taste horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, corned goose is actually pretty good.
And if you smoke it, it becomes pastrami, Clay.
Oh, does it?
Yep. And now
Is that what it is?
and now you know.
Hmm.
I wish I had the doo-doo-doo-doo with like the rainbow and the star. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, goose is not very good, but surprisingly, what I thought was funny is we had goose meat last year, and Willow, who is traditionally the one who like doesn't like most of the
Anything
wild
like
food,
that.
she was the one in the family who was like, this is great. I was like,
Weirdo.
this
Whatever.
is funny, man.
You know, I don't know. Kids have different taste buds. Like kids dipping grapes in ranch dressing sounds disgusting to me. I would never want to do that. You know, but like their palate changes and develops. They just have like,
Grapes and ranch dressing.
yeah, doesn't that sound gross?
Yeah. You know what I think about actually is a lot with my kids is the fact that I remember being a little kid and not liking spicy food. And then somewhere around 19, 20, I started dabbling in spicy
Mm-hmm. Never went back.
and never went back. I mean, I did go crazy and ate really spicy for a while.
But
and
now
I'm like,
you're old and you get like heartburn at night because you're old.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't go as spicy.
yeah, so I just eat like moderately spicy.
Yeah.
But when I'm with my kids, I think about like their taste buds and like how fresh and new they are.
Mhm.
And like I wonder if that's the reason why. Like I just don't remember it because our taste buds are so like just crappy now.
Burned out or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
So
So, yeah.
but you're not gonna try to shoot any geese?
No. I
No?
could care less about geese. Ducks,
But you would
I
shoot
still
ducks?
probably won't go out. But yeah, I'd eat a duck. What a pain in the butt they are, though, to get all those little tiny pin feathers out of there. To like
it's not
leave
that
the
bad.
skin on the breast to get like a nice sear on that skin and crisp it up.
Yeah.
It's a lot
I mean
of work.
I like it.
You like the
it-
feathers, or are you saying you like?
I like to
crispy-
actually no, just like those guys from Honey Badger. I actually like to take the feathers and then like saute them in a cricket aioli,
You're such.
and then I
Stop! Just stop it. Stop it. No. No. But
And
I'm
then
just saying the pin feathers are difficult at times.
yeah.
But catfishing, I got skunked
Oh, you got completely
last
skunked?
weekend. Yeah. I only put out 10 poles this time. But water level is lower. It's clear. Tons of fish. Like at night, I saw them in like channels and like some of the shallows. Yeah. Shot one with the bow.
Oh, you did?
And yeah. But just didn't catch any on the bank poles, which is disappointing. I mean, I still had bait that was untouched. And my buddy and I were talking about it, and it's like, man, maybe it's time to transition into like this time of year or whatever, just the way the water is right now, to just run a couple trout lines and do that and, drop them in like some of those channels / like deeper spots, or in like the shallows where we saw them. Maybe that's the solution, cinder block with like, say maybe 10 hooks every 2 feet and a jug at the other end and at the end of the cinder block, so nobody runs into it, and see where that takes me. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I just need to know who I talked to at the Michigan government to get that legalized for us.
So it would be Michigan Department of Natural Resources. Do you not have a lot of big rivers? Or are they all trout streams?
Yeah, a lot of them are trout streams.
See, that's why. They're never going to let you do it there. But so the way ours is any body of water that doesn't have a 2-pole limit.
Mm-hmm.
Most lakes have a 2-pole limit per person with a maximum of 4 hooks or something like that per pole or per both poles. I'm not sure. But so you're really limited there. Unless it's on a body of water that isn't regulated with that 2-pole limit, which means mostly navigable bodies of water like rivers and stuff.
Hunting boots are a critical component of any successful hunt. Whether walking a short distance to your blind or trudging miles through rugged terrain, your feet are carrying the load. Without the right boots, you could give up early and lose out on that trophy just over the ridge. At Midway USA, we make selecting boots for your next hunt easier. With just a few clicks of a mouse, you can decide on what's important, like waterproofing, insulation, size, width, and savings. For just about everything for shooting, hunting, and the outdoors, check out MidwayUSA.com. The 1911 is one of the most iconic firearms in history. Designed by John Browning, the 1911 was the standard issue sidearm of the U.S. military from 1911 to 1985. While Colt produced the original, almost every major firearm company has produced its own version. It's wildly revered for its reliability, crisp trigger, and is still a favorite for all types of shooters. Whether you're looking to buy or build a 1911 and just about everything for guns, log on to MidwayUSA.com.
Yeah.
So that, do you guys not have as many trout though? That's another curiosity I have.
We have a trout program, so like they release trout. I don't think you're ever going to go somewhere in Illinois where you're going to find mini trout that are just naturally spawning in there.
Okay.
And I got to say, the state's been pretty crappy lately with the size of the trout like they used to be. You'd catch like a 3-pounder in there every once in a while and stuff. Anymore, they're all pretty tiny. Yeah. But anyway, whatever.
Yeah. When I think of catfish, I don't really think of up by me anyway. I kind of think of southern Michigan.
Correct.
Up
by you, it would be, well, I don't know. I mean, there's catfish, probably giant catfish in the lake.
In Lake Michigan?
Yeah.
You think so?
I do.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. I mean, unless they stay in the southern portion of the lake, but I wouldn't see why they wouldn't be all over.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
I don't know.
It seems like they might have like cold tolerance that's not as high, and like maybe the northern lakes. That's why catfish seem to be more predominant
in the south.
Yeah.
I know they're most active during the warmer months. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, we have catfish up here by me. Remember a couple of years ago I went out spearing and we speared like six big catfish.
That's awesome. What? But on the lake or what?
Yeah, it was on a lake.
Lake Michigan or no?
No, not Lake Michigan. This was like a small inland lake. And honestly, I'm not really sure. It might actually be connected to Lake Michigan.
And that's why you were able to do it, maybe?
Oh no, you can spear in some places as long as it's not a designated trout stream. Like most lakes, you can
Spearing's
spear.
fun. Now,
Yeah.
when you say spearing, you're like in a boat shining a light spearing?
I had a friend invited me out. He had a boat with submersible lights that kind of like
Yeah.
shone. Yeah. And then we had like it was like a 20-foot long spear, and you stood right at the front, and kind of the driver kind of guided you, and you would just stand up there, and he had like a yoga mat type material up
Uh-huh.
front to stand on. And yeah, bam. I think we speared like 60 fish that night.
Well, you can spear
Yeah.
catfish here, too. I've never done it. I kind of want to now that you say that. It sounds like
Oh my
fun.
God.
I've been
so fun.
thinking, now hear me out, because it's going to go against everything that I've ever said. But
You're going to get a crossbow and shoot one with a crossbow?
let me finish. They make crossbow pistols, okay?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And the reason behind it, that my whole theory, right, is if I'm driving the boat, then somebody's standing up front and they're bow fishing. But sometimes I see big old catfish and stuff like that we come up on, and they like swim to the side or past the side of the boat, right? Or they go under the boat. And in my head, I'm thinking, I couldn't draw back a bow and shoot it in time. But if I had a crossbow pistol that I could just poof, shoot them, I could also shoot, and bow fish while, the guy was fishing up front. As long as I didn't somehow accidentally hit the trigger and shoot him in the back of the leg with the dart/arrow bolts, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Yeah, that would not be good.
But it'd be cool if like I had one, maybe I just hang it out the side of the boat the whole time, as we're doing this, cocked, ready to rock.
When you guys go out bow fishing, you're standing on a front platform then?
Yeah, or just like the front seat of the boat.
How fast are you driving?
Super slow. Just kind of like
Okay.
either going with the current or slowly going against the current, very slow. About half the speed of the current, probably.
Okay.
Yeah. Moving bodies of
And-
water.
Okay, so not in lakes then.
Rivers, yeah.
Okay. And then what are you after? You're mostly going after, I'm sure, carp?
You can shoot
Catfish?
carp, gar, suckers, catfish. There's a few other ones, I don't know. But I'm always wanting catfish because then I can actually fillet it and eat it.
Mhm. Yeah.
But
Well, you can eat gar.
I don't want to.
Why not?
Because
What's wrong with gar?
I don't know. I don't think it's great. I've tried it.
It
Maybe
tastes like pike.
if you cook it. Yeah, pike doesn't taste great either. That's why people pickle it, Clay.
Oh, I like pike.
Oh, you're a weirdo.
I actually just like I'll just like bake a whole pike and then just pick the meat off and eat it.
Ugh.
Yes.
No, I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot of fish that maybe I should like that I don't. And I don't know why I like catfish, but it's good. It's decent. I don't like it if somebody doesn't like fillet it right and get rid of all like the pink meat on it, though. You eat that, you can taste it, and it just tastes gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I would take some gross catfish right now over the amount of catfish that I've eaten at all this year, which is none.
Don't say that. That's not true. You shouldn't think like that. If you want it good. But yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be cool. Have a little crossbow pistol, and like you just push the reel, boop. Okay, it's ready to cast, and then shoot the little arrow into them and reel them in with a little crossbow pistol while you're driving the boat. That'd be cool.
Is it like you got like automatic reel?
No, not an automatic reel. I'd have to, like take my hand off the tiller and start reeling. But it'd be fun. It'd be fun.
Yeah. Might take away from the experience for the front guy.
No, because it's one that he didn't get. We're just upping the odds here. I'm playing cleanup, basically.
Okay. You
Yeah.
could be like John Wick and get like 2 of them.
No, because then you can't drive the boat. Let's not be unrealistic, and that just seems dangerous at this point, right?
You're shooting
but
off
also-
both sides.
So when you say spear, were you technically using a spear or a gig?
Um, yeah. Wait. Yeah. What is the difference?
So
'Cause, like,
a gig, which technically it's the same spearing, like you could spear slash gig,
Mhm.
frogs and other things too. Like there's even some snakes that it's like, oh yeah, you can, legally harvest whatever, but these are non-harvestable. So like if you're in the boat, you can actually spear. I don't care about it enough because I don't care to kill the snake or eat the snake or do whatever. But
Mhm.
it's listed in the regulations of like what snakes you can spear or kill, and turtles. There's a certain turtles you can spear or catch on like a bank pole. People put turtle lines. The
Do
guy,
they?
yeah, the guy at my bait shop was telling me because like, oh, can you make me up some of them bank poles like you got? He's like, I'd like to use those for turtles. I'm like, okay, whatever. He's like, I like turtles.
I've never eaten one. I really want to.
To me, like, I'm not a huge fan of frog legs. Okay,
Okay.
I'll eat them occasionally. Not so much anymore because if you go somewhere, all the gluten, right? The poison to me.
Mhm.
But I've eaten them in the past. They're okay. Slightly fishy tasting. I don't like things that
Mhm.
taste fishy. Nothing should taste fishy to me. Like if it's properly cleaned, whatever, it shouldn't taste fishy. And they taste kind of fishy. And so do the
Okay.
turtles.
Oh, turtles taste fishy.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Maybe it was just a turtle that I've had on like 3 separate occasions.
What kind were you eating?
I had turtle soup. I've had turtle stew.
Yeah, I'm
And-
saying what kind of turtle?
Oh, I don't know.
Snapping turtle?
Probably. Yeah,
Okay.
I would assume.
Well-
I don't know.
I could see them tasting fishy because they eat fish.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
But why don't some fish taste fishy when they eat fish?
Well, don't know.
Okay, exactly. So I don't know either. Just going by what I've experienced. If somebody else has eaten turtle and doesn't taste fishy, tell us what kind of turtle. Reach out to us. Tell us what kind of turtle it is, and
Yeah.
tell us how it was cooked. Because
One time I had a friend who had a chicken that laid eggs that tasted fishy.
That's weird. Although
It was it was the weirdest thing ever.
did he feed
I
him a lot
remember-
of fish or minnows or something?
I have no idea. All I know is that no, he had multiple chickens, but only one of his chickens laid these eggs that tasted like fish.
But this is so
And he was-
random unless you knew exactly what that chicken's eggs looked like.
Yeah.
How are you gonna know? It's like
He had like all these different colored eggs, so
Okay,
he
all right.
he knew which ones they were.
okay.
And I was like, no way, and I fried one up and ate it, and I was like, oh, this is
Can you
disgusting.
imagine though? Okay, hear me on this one. They're all just like brown layers. They all lay brown eggs. It's
Uh-huh.
like Russian roulette every time you make breakfast. Every
I know.
time.
Yeah. You would have to like sit out there and like watch them lay eggs
Yeah.
and like crack it open and be like fry
Good.
it up.
That-
and-
yeah, you wouldn't know. Yeah. Oh, that's horrible. Ugh. How are your chickens? Do you have chickens still?
I got 5 chickens and they are laying 3 to 5 eggs a day.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I can't believe you let them roam in your garden like that, though. Don't they just destroy all the vegetables?
No, they're not roaming in the garden. They're in a chicken tractor.
Oh, I thought you let them roam.
Oh, no way, dude.
Yeah, one year I didn't put up a fence around my garden, and I normally let my chickens free range. This year I have them in a run, so they won't destroy my garden because I didn't put up a fence. Even though rabbits are, I've seen the most rabbits this year. Sorry, random train of thought here,
Mhm.
squirrel, but I have seen so many rabbits. The other day I was mowing the lawn and I counted 20 different rabbits, totally
What?
different spots. 20 rabbits mowing my yard.
Dude, that is nuts.
I'm like, this is the most rabbits I've ever seen. And it wasn't this. It wasn't like, hey, I flushed this rabbit out and then I flushed him out again. You know, it was legitimately like I'd watch where they'd go, and then I'd be somewhere on like opposite side of the yard, and another one would flush out. Like, it was insane. Although like 3 of them did flush out of one spot, and all went to the same spot. They went over by my firewood pile, but yeah, it's crazy. But I also think all those rabbits, my peppers, are doing terrible this year, and a lot of them have bites taken out of them, so then they go like rotten. and I think it's the rabbits. So I'm gonna get my
Dang, man.
vengeance, I think, this fall.
Yeah. Cottontail's good, man.
Yeah, I'll eat them. I don't care. Although a couple times, man, I've cut them open and they had a bunch of weird like bumps on them on the inside and stuff, like all over their
Yeah.
kidneys and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I'm not touching that.
Yeah, I mean, I opened one up one time that was literally infested with parasites on the inside.
Yeah,
It was like, it was so disgusting.
You feel bad that you took its life. At the same time, it
Uh-huh.
probably wouldn't have had a long life. But like, I
Yeah.
feel bad. Like, I felt bad that I wasted it, but there was no way I was going to eat that.
Yeah, no, I took that that one that I opened up and literally burned it. I was
Yeah.
like, like threw it on top of a fire. I was like, nope.
Yeah, isn't that gross? Like, rabbits, man. I don't know.
I wonder if they like, you know, if it's that thing where like sometimes like maybe like there's like a grasshopper poop or something, and there's like eggs, like parasite eggs, and then they
Maybe.
get them in their body, you know, something
yeah,
like
I
that.
don't
Um,
know. Yeah, I
But
don't know.
either way, man, I know we were going to keep this kind of short today and
Short?
just have a little short podcast, but yeah, I just want to say to everybody who's listening that thank you. I really appreciate it, and please write in.
You
Send
appreciate
us
what?
your,
You appreciate the podcast, or you appreciate the listeners?
I appreciate the listeners.
I appreciate the
Uh,
listeners as well,
Yeah,
and
but
I'm so
send
glad
us-
they're listening.
yeah, send us your guest requests. Send us guest recommendations. Send us
Your
all your
thoughts,
hate mail.
random thoughts, hate mail,
Yeah.
probably mostly for me, because I
If
I
you
don't know.
if you want to talk about the simulation, or if you want us to do a whole entire podcast about the simulation,
I've got a guy
yeah,
for that. Not
That would be funny,
necessarily
man.
the simulation, but multi-dimensional simulation / AI red herring everything stuff.
yeah. If we
I
could
got
get
a
like
guy.
a wacky guy that talks about hunting in another dimension, I'm down.
Is that even, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a guy for that,
Yeah.
but I do have a guy that's multi-dimensional, all the other stuff. CIA, red herrings, all kinds of
Sweet,
stuff.
man. Well, let's talk to him.
Hey, have
Let's
you
have the
seen
weird-
never mind. Never mind.
All right.
All right.
Well, anyway, thank you guys so much, and we'll talk to you next time.
All right. We'll talk to you next time.
And once again, thank you so much for listening to the Publicly Challenged podcast. I hope you enjoyed the show, and if you did, please subscribe on whatever platform it is you're listening to. Also, if you could leave a review, that would help us out. And you can check us out on Instagram or at publiclychallenged.com. And once again, thank you so much for listening to the show.
A life that has the stories to back it. A life to be proud of. It's a Winchester life.
Yeah, baby. 6'8" Western. Oh, mule deer, baby, right there.
Tune in every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on Waypoint TV.